So it's just locking that in. So yeah, KRQE had a couple real estate stories this week. One of them was this one about rental prices and going up, almost 20% in the last year. And they also did a story on top 10 markets in the U.S., which I thought was interesting, Tracy, because KRQE, obviously,
this
it's the
local.
local.
Zillow, though. They were quoting Zillow, right?
No. My point is they did this story about top 10 markets in the U.S. for 2022, and Albuquerque's not in the list. But, I mean, it's great. I'm glad to see the local news outlets doing stories on real estate, obviously, because that's what I love. But top 10 markets, let's just go through this in 2022 based on Zillow's estimation.
So 1 and 2 are both in Florida, Tampa and Jacksonville. And we have good friends that are realtors in both of those markets.
Yeah.
And it's fun to talk with them. We don't see them in person anymore like we used to twice a year. But we still are in the same circles. And hearing about Tampa is exciting. You know, it's an hour in to the Gulf Coast from Orlando.
Right.
Or hour and a half, I suppose, to get there. So Florida, for sure. You know, the whole East Coast migration thing from New Jersey and New York, they say the number one, a different story will tell you the number one place people are moving from is that metro area of New York, New Jersey.
Sure. Well, and yeah, if you go through the list, it's interesting because it speaks Sunbelt, right? So Tampa, Jacksonville, Raleigh, North Carolina, San Antonio, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Phoenix, Orlando, Austin, all Sunbelt cities for the most part.
I don't see Fargo in there or
no, but
Minneapolis or Detroit.
What's interesting though, of course, is Boise, Idaho is been the market around the country that's just gone bonkers. And of course, that is not a Sunbelt country, although it's like here in the sense that it's high desert.
It is, but one of the things that when I read the full story was that they were also looking at about affordability as well, right?
Wait.
Not the headline.
You didn't just read the headline? Yeah. You actually read the story?
I actually looked at, we're Zillow Premier agents. I happened to see this come through on my email before this. But, when I looked at it, I thought, well, so there's some affordability things in here as to why these will also be hot. And Boise, Idaho is very hot, but, it's the Silicon Valley people that can afford it now because it has changed so much with COVID.
So, and if we talk about Albuquerque and affordability, we're still in a good position there. And I look at that all the time. Albuquerque is still, one of the more affordable markets for housing, compared to our counterparts.
Yeah. So I'm curious with our listeners, if you were to pick anywhere to move out of our area, out of the state, let's say, where would you go? Love to hear that. You could tweet back to Tego or something. Is that the best way for someone to tell us where would you go? Give us a tweet?
Yeah, that works. You can find me on Twitter, Tego Venturi. Pretty easy to find. And by the way, you're listening to Albuquerque Real Estate Talk with Tego and Tracy Venturi, the Venturi Realty Group of Keller Williams Realty. And people can reach us at
448-8888, the 505-448-8888 or welcomehomeabq.com.